Let that man go. If a man is not ready to raise.
Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So be kind by subscribing to my channel. I'm on my way to 5,000 subscribers. So if you're watching me for the first time or you've been watching, you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe? So in today's video, we are talking about um cut him off immediately. Have you ever been waiting for a man to commit only to feel like he's just stringing you along? If he's not showing this sign, it's time to cut him off immediately. No excuses, no more waiting around. Your time is valuable. You deserve someone who is all in. So, you guys, I put the videos together so that you watch and learn. I'll be back to share my true sense. So, let's get into it.
Let that man go. If a man is not ready to raise to the occasion to give you what you know you need in a relationship, let that man go. If you have to water it to watch him grow into a potential that he didn't reach before he met you, let that man go. If you have to keep convincing and begging a man to see your worth, let him go. Because if you don't let him go, guess what you gonna lose? You gonna lose yourself trying to hang on to a man that never wanted you in the first place. No, he won't me, Ace. No, he wanted pieces of you. He wanted access to your body when it was convenient. That man don't want you for real. Talking about he's stringing you along. How the is he stringing you along when you're the one trying to drag him toward a relationship he don't want to be in?
Okay, ladies, and I mean ladies, I need y'all to listen to me and hear me clearly. Can we please normalize cutting men off the first time they do us wrong? Let's please learn to cut men off the first time they cheat. Do you realize that when a man cheats and you take him back easily and he did not have to work to get you back, you're basically setting the standard for yourself that this man feel like he could do whatever he want to do. He got you wrapped around his finger and you're not going to go nowhere. And then every time a man cheats and cheats and cheats and you take him back, you're basically letting him know or basically allowing him to lose respect for you every time you take him back. And once a man gets comfortable with dogging you out and he feel like ain't no repercussions, he's never going to stop. You just created a beast. He's never going to stop. And men don't leave women alone. Like, it's probably a few percentage that who has actual morals and standards out here that will cut a woman off, but most men is not leaving a woman alone. And then what makes it worse, as women, we still give men all the same benefits once they do us wrong. Like, how that work? Why would why would a man want to leave you if he know he could still cheat and do him and he could still get the home cooked meals and love and affection and sleep with you whenever he feel like it? Like, why would he leave? Like, sometimes I see men see shit from the man's perspective and I see why they do women. They do us because they can do it and get away with it. Like, I know y'all, it hurts. That's our men. We be in love, whatever. But do he love you? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Do he love you? Like, do this man love me if he keep cheating and dogging me out? No. And you think if you cheat on that man, he gonna take you back? No. So let's normalize cutting them niggas off the first time they do us wrong, because as women, we fucking it up. We setting the bar real low, and that's why we can't get nobody to act right. We gotta do better.
Hey ladies. So I saw a video the other day of this girl saying that basically the internet has made us too egocentric and it has taught us to like cut people off like way too soon and not really give them a chance. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not exact quoting, but that was the gist of the message. And as Mrs. cut him off today, I can honestly say she has a point. She does. She has a point, guys. I have been doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of looking at the girl in the mirror and trying to figure out what the hell is going on over the last 2 months, and I have realized that there have been a couple of instances in my past where I've cut a guy off for something that actually could have been resolved. Like, we could have communicated about this, we could have worked through this, but I was so scared of getting my heart broke that I was like, oh, never mind, just end it. Like, let's just leave. I feel like for me and also a lot of women, we've just been like hurt so often that at the very first sign of something that looks like it could go wrong, we just ready to dip immediately. Like, I don't even want to take the chance of getting my heart broke again. But the reality of the situation is, number one, there's always a risk that you're going to get your heart broken in this relationship. No matter who it is, no matter how healed you are, no matter how great he is, there's always a risk that this could end terribly. Like, it's just a part of the risk that you take when you get in a relationship. Number two, if y'all do get into a relationship and you are together for long enough, there's going to come a day where he hurts your feelings. There's going to come a day where he makes a mistake, where he triggers you, and where you do the same thing to him. That's what happens when you're in a relationship with a human being. They're going to mess up. But if your reaction every time he messes up is to, okay, I'm about to leave, you got to get cut off, get your stuff out, and let's go, then you're not really going to have like any sort of longevity. You can't fix a problem that you keep running away from. Like, it's not possible. And number three, when you're first dating somebody, they don't know you. They don't know how you want to be treated. They don't know your triggers. They don't know your boundaries. None of that until you tell them. I feel like there's been this ongoing rhetoric of like, he should know how I want to be treated. You should know I want you to text me. You should know I want this. You should know I want that. I understand the sentiment behind it, but at the end of the day, it's just not true. We're all different. You have to teach people how to treat you. You do. It's just that's it. You got to teach people how to treat you. Nobody is born knowing exactly what to do to make you happy. And if you refuse to take the time to communicate that and at least give him a chance to make you happy, then you're not going to get nowhere. Take it from me, because I done passed up on, I can honestly say this, I'm not proud of it, but it's the truth. I done passed up on a couple of good men that I probably could have stuck it out with had I just communicated and said what was wrong instead of trying to run away before I got my feelings hurt. I feel like we all need to, number one, learn how to distinguish the difference between an honest mistake that can be resolved and like a problem that can be worked through, and like a huge red flag, or like, you know, something that's actually unforgivable. And don't be so afraid of getting your heart broke or getting your feelings hurt that you cut men off at the very first sight of it. Like, heartbreak is always, it's a risk that you just have to take if you want to be in love. You could get your heart broke today. It hurts to say it, but it's the truth. I don't know, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better.
Hi love, you know, this is just a short reminder that if a man does not have any plan to marry you, then have no plan to stay. Do not give him the power to waste your time. God bless you today, love.
So that's a video, guys. So I'm just also here to share my true sons, like what I think about today's video. So if a man is showing you these signs, it's time to cut him off immediately. Don't waste your energy on someone who is just stringing you along. When a man avoids talking about the future, that's a major red flag. A guy who truly sees you in his term will naturally include you in his plans. If he keeps brushing off conversation about commitment, he's not serious. Another clear sign is if he refuses to define the relationship. If you've been together for a while and he still calls it just seeing when things go, that's a sign that he's comfortable with things staying exactly as they are, with no intention of making it official. Pay attention to how he prioritizes you. If work, friends, or hobbies always come first, you always be second. A man who values will make time to not to excuse. And what about his family? If he's serious about you, he wants you to meet them. But if he dodges the idea of introducing you or never wants to meet your family, it's time to question why. Another big one is does not integrate you into his life. You're not part of his major events, his social life, or even his decisions. If he keeps you at arm's length, he's not planning or keeping you forever. Excuses, excuses, excuses. If every time you bring up commitment, he says now not the right time. Guess what? It will never be. A man who truly wants to be with you will take action, not to give endless excuses. Look at his relationship history. If he's had multiple long-term relationships but has never proposed, that's a pattern. He's capable of commitment. He just doesn't want. Money matters too. If he's never open up about financial discussions or refuses to consider shared responsibilities, that's a sign he's not thinking long term. Marriage is a partnership. If he's avoiding the conversation, he's avoiding the commitment that comes with it. Pay attention to how he talks about marriage in general. If he constantly downplays it, calls it unnecessary, or says he doesn't believe in marriage, take him his word. He's telling you upfront he has no plans to marry anyone, including you. Finally, watch his reaction when another or others talk about engagement and weddings. Does he act indifferent, annoyed, or dismissive? A man who's excited about marriage, even if he's not immediate, won't act like it's a burden or a joke. If you recognize these signs, don't ignore them. Cut him off immediately and make room for someone who values you, respect you, and also respect your time. Actually, wants a future with you. You deserve a lot of love that is real, not one that keeps you guessing. So, like a lot of men, they love these things. Okay, most of the men they say they're not ready for marriage. So, some of the men that are very okay staying in situationship. Some of these men they don't want to title the relationship. So, guess what? You find yourself in this. You find yourself seeing this man. You don't even know the title. You go to the mall, you meet his friends, you meet his parents, or maybe you meet his family members. They are failing to introduce you. They just introduce you by your name. There's no title, or you just my friend. But you yourself in your head, you think that you're dating this man. Cut him off. If a man loves you, they're supposed to put a title. And if you haven't asked what you are, definitely, you have to know me. I love my title. I always love my title because I don't want to find my situation where I'm guessing is this my man or is it what? I'm even failing to introduce him. I don't know what to introduce him. So, first, we need to make a title. This is when we can go ahead with this relationship. So, if you can't even introduce him, please cut him off. All right. You don't have to keep guessing who he is to you. A man with clear intentions are going to show you that um they love you and they want to be with you, and they're going to plan with you the future. They always talk about the future, and when they're talking to the future, pay attention. They need to include you. If you're not included, then they're not serious with you. So it's very important to uh to just observe small details. What a person talks about is who they are. Like, if they're being kind to you, if this person is putting a title, if this person is counting you, it's a very good thing. Then you can go ahead with that. So another thing that I want to talk about, ladies, let's stop situationship. I've seen a lot of women breaking down on TikTok because they thought they were dating this man. Okay, so I'm telling you now, if you're self in a situationship, know where you stand. Okay, don't catch feelings or anything because a situationship can't save you. This is not a relationship. It's just a situationship where someone is just there for a short time. They'll go whenever they want to go. You're not the person they want to date. So why finding yourself in such situation? So I don't want you to find yourself in such a situation. In 2025, you have to write your goals. If you want to find a boyfriend, you have to do affirmations, you have to do a glow up. It's very important for your healthy as a person. Okay, so you don't have to stress too much. Be clear of a person you want to date, and if you find this man, please, you have to write down the qualities. If they suit, if they're a good person or a bad person, if you see that they don't add any value, don't stay. It's time to cut them off. Like I've been telling you, like we've already watched the videos. A lot of girlies have told you what to do. So I expect you to also do that, and also um you know what's the best for you and the best for your future. So ladies, that's a video for today. I don't know what you think about today's video, but kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in this channel I talk about relationship advice, I talk about glowing up as a person, a lot of advice, even family advice I also do here. So here is where you stay. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. See you in the next episode.